On this episode, we're going to talk about the devil. And a lot of you right now may not even want to hear that. But guess what? I'm willing to talk about it. If you're trying to break free from any addictions, or you're trying to break free from lust, pornography, whatever it is, right? You have to acknowledge that the devil has won. And that's very surprising to whoever is listening, right? You have to acknowledge that he has won. You have to acknowledge that he has won. Like, every time you wanted to quit something, you find yourself right back at it. That man has won a lot over you, and you cannot say he hasn't. I had to find myself a man of myself, lusting, just didn't understand why I keep going back to pornography, going back to certain things that I used to do. But one day, something crossed my mind and said, the more I keep doing the things that I know is wrong, the more the devil is happy. The more he is looking at you like, yes, you are sinning. This is great. I am winning. So once I understood the fact that he loves when we're messing up, he loves when we're making mistakes over and over, knowing that it's wrong, he is winning. Once I caught him, it was the best thing I could ever ask for. It was the best thing that I could understand out of this life. He wants you to lose. He wants you to gain nothing. He wants you to keep feeling bad every time you go jack off, do the things that you know is completely wrong. He just wants you to know that you have failed in ways that he has won you. He has gained what he needed to gain out of you. So once I realized this man has been winning my life, I had to take a step back. And now it's been a journey where if I would feel like I would be trying to even type in the word PORN, I don't even let the flesh win. I let the spirit guide me to the point where I look at my phone and I Google something else that's more productive. Or I watch a movie. Or I pray that, God, I'm thankful for you supporting me, fighting for me, fighting with me, that I'm not going back to that lustful state, that I'm not going back to pornography, that I'm not going to make the wrong decisions, because if I go back right now, I'm going to feel bad. Why would I go back to something that is causing me harm? Why would I go back to something that's making me feel bad after I've done and it made me feel like it was just temporary? So once I've gained that knowledge, that wisdom, God opened my eyes to fight every day. And I've been doing way better than I've ever been. Because like I said, once you acknowledge that he has won, which is the devil, he doesn't like it. He wants you to go back. He wants you to sin even harder. Because at the end of the day, we're so used to that addiction where our flesh is so used to it. Any little triggers, Instagram post, Instagram page, whatever it is, it could be a YouTube video or shorts, and we see a woman maybe half naked or something that's provoking our eyes, our flesh. If we fall into it, he wins. He wins all the time. And every time you feel like, you know what, I'm going to do it, but I'll restart this time, and I'm going to try to do my best to not go back, You just made that man gain more of your soul. Like, he gained more and more, because at the end of the day, you trying to restart should not even be in your mind. You keep pushing forward and fighting it should be on your mind. You knowing that God is on your side, God is going to help you. There's something deep in your mind that's going to tell you, hey, that's not the right move. Because you go back to restarting, you go back to doing this for a temporary time. You already know that you lost. You already know that you let the devil win already over you. You let the devil take out your seed. That's what he wants. He doesn't want you to be a confident person. He doesn't want you to be a person who is walking with his head on his shoulder. He doesn't want you to be that. He wants you to be that guy who is thirsty for this, thirsty for that, for some temporary feeling, for some temporary moment. God wants you to have longevity. God wants you to have confidence. He wants you to walk with your head on your shoulder and your body on your 2 feet. He wants you to understand that he is more powerful than the devil. Yes, the devil is powerful, don't get me wrong. But once you get to that stage where you understand him and you find his weakness, you have won. Totally. You have won this chapter. You have won. And there's nothing that will make you go back for him to feel like he has gained you again. Because you want to make sure that God has gained you more than he has gained you. You understand what I'm saying? So don't go back to feeding the devil yourself. Don't go back to letting the devil take your soul and take the confidence, take the great things, because doing what the devil wants, it's all about destruction. He just wants you to be down, negative. He just wants you to go to hell. He just wants you to please him. And pleasing the devil is nothing good at all. At all. I'm not afraid of that, man. I'm more afraid of God, because God can abandon us once we have acknowledged the fact that if the devil has gained so much power over us, he has to let us go. Because there's going to be a point where you cannot find God. You cannot look at things the way you're looking at things. You're just falling in deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole where you cannot get yourself out of, and the only person that can get you out of it is the mighty God, is the Lord, your creator, your supporter, you know. And that's one thing I've realized. The closer you get to God, or the closer you abandon every bad things you've done in the past, the flesh was so addicted to it to the point where it wants it back just for this temporary time. I won't let it happen. As I'm speaking in this video, I won't let it happen. Neither should you watching this video. Should not let it happen. Fight every day. It feels good to be sober. When I mean sober, to not be in lust, to not be watching pornography, to not feel like I need a woman to do things where just to, please me for the time being. It's about creation. It's about creating a family. It's about planting seed and making a better life. Or it's about keeping your seed and focusing on yourself and improving your life. In that case, what can you do? Do better. You just have to do better. You just have to prove to yourself that you're not going back there. What's in the past stays in the past. Let's focus on the present. Let's establish for the future. And that's one way you'll know that you're doing better and that the devil has totally lost and God has won. because God is great. God is the greatest. He saves. And why am I saying all of this? Because I had to ask God, why me? Why me? I never could understand why me. Why did I have to be a person where I'm lusting or I'm watching pornography? Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I feeling bad after doing this to myself? It's not like I don't get women or, things like that. My stage of getting women is over with because that's not what I want. Like, these things they're not for me anymore. They're just not. The things that I do want in life is to create a family, is to be with one person or just have a peaceful mind with one person, and create a family eventually one day when that time comes. So the more you keep messing up, the more you keep letting him win, that time will just keep passing by and you'll probably be 45 years old just still doing the same thing, lusting, watching porn, and not treating women the way they need to be treated. And that's one thing. When you let the devil win, you don't know how to treat people. Your heart is a heart of stone, not a heart of flesh. God gives you a heart of flesh, meaning you can restart and literally understand that God only wants you to be good to people. The devil wants you to destruct people. He wants you to use people. He wants you to abuse people. He wants you to beat on people. No, I never touched anybody in my life, never laid a hand, never cheated on anybody. But that's what the devil wants you to do. He just wants you to just hurt people. Hurt people gonna hurt people. And the fact that I've always had God in my life, no matter if I was in a lustful stage, lustful life, and I didn't know it, I've always treated everybody with respect. Always told the truth if I had to, which, like I said, I don't think I've ever, for sure, knowing me, I don't think I've ever lied. Because if I'm saying something and I'm opening my mouth, I mean it, no matter how you feel. It may hurt you, it may break you, it may make you feel some type of way. But I believe the best thing for us to do in this life is to tell the truth and just keep pushing forward, because if somebody is not willing to accept the truth, they're quite immature to that point. So learn how to appreciate yourself. Learn how to appreciate the people around you. Learn how to appreciate the fact that you don't have to use people, because that's what pornography does. That's what the lustful life does to you. And you don't need to be in that stage, because all it does is breaks you. It makes you a weaker man. It makes you somebody that looks at things in a way that you shouldn't be looking at it. So for this time being, we're just gonna keep fighting. We're just gonna keep showing ourselves that we're capable of doing better and bigger things. We're not gonna let the devil win. We're not gonna let him in our life. We're just gonna keep God first. We're just gonna keep God even closer. Every time that flesh wants something else, we fight it. Every time that flesh wants to bring us right back to where we were, we're gonna push. We're gonna ask God to come into our lives at this current moment, for us to give us strength to overcome what is currently happening in this present situation. And once we accept God into that present situation that we're about to fall back in, we have one God, and we have one ourselves. And we will never let the devil win. And I feel great saying it, because he gets mad when God's people return back to his creator.
Peace.